there on the people to keep the city clean. But we have very aging vehicles to transport this garbage from the municipality to the dump site. So it is a very, very huge challenge. We need tricycles, to keep our city clean. So the issues are there. Before I reach them, I will take this opportunity through this media to tell them that McKinney is their city. They don't have a second McKinney. Let them come. Let them join hands with the municipality of McKinney for us to upgrade the lives of our people. So the area of waste management thing is very, very serious, and it requires immediate action. If they can help us, get vehicles there that will help us in garbage collection, I think that will be more than welcome. The people of McKinney will be very, very happy. Mark you, we've now, in the last couple of months, we have identified cholera cases within the municipality. This is very, very worrying, and we know cholera has to do with death. Okay. So let them help us. We are desperately in need of that. And God willing, when I have the chance, I'll come knocking at their doors. So that is all I have for them. And then let them don't forget their municipality. It is the fastest growing city in Sierra Leone today, and we need their support for it to maintain that status.
Well done, well done. You heard that, listener, so get ready for that knock on your door. This is all we got from this interview segment of our program from this week. Thank you very much, Madam Mayor Sukari Kabakawara from McKinney, and back to my technical team in Texas, USA. Thank you all, listeners. Bye.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome yet to another version of Voices from the Diaspora. In today's panel discussion, we're going to explore the topic, solving the land question in our nation goes to the very heart of the notion of a new Sierra Leone. The land question throws up all sorts of problems in Sierra Leone, including the emerging phenomenon of land grabbing, inefficient land administration, the gender bias in the distribution of land, and all. We expect the discussion to range freely, and so I have a panel of Sierra Leoneans from different backgrounds to give you their takes on these key issues. I have Mr. Daima Abdullahi Sharif. Mr. Daima Abdullahi Sharif is a commissioner at the Sierra Leone Human Rights Commission. He holds a master's in Peace and Development Studies from Jala University, Sierra Leone, and a BSc in Agricultural Education from the same institution. He is a seasoned human rights activist with over 8 years' experience working in local and international context at the middle and senior management levels. He possesses extensive experience in monitoring and documenting human rights strategic planning and campaigning with a deep focus on organizational development and change management. He joined the commission with a wealth of experience as a trainer, educator, filmmaker, theater artist, and facilitator. Until his appointment in July 2012, he was director of Amnesty International Sierra Leone from 2007 to 2012, acting director from 2006 to 2007, and campaigns and growth coordinator 2004 to 2006 at the same institution. He currently oversees the Directorate of Monitoring and Research. He lives in Freetown. Mr. John Bemba Sise holds a master's and bachelor's in mass communication from Furby College, University of Sierra Leone. He has worked with a number of media institutions in Sierra Leone, including the AOCO, Independent, Observer, and For the People. As a graduate, he served as communication specialist at the Society for Democratic Initiatives, a non-governmental organization that's leading the advocacy for the access to information law, the so-called freedom of information, and in Sierra Leone. He also worked with Search for Common Grounds / Talking Drum Studios, where he was responsible for the production of a weekly magazine program on decentralization. At some point, he worked with the National Revenue Authority in the Public Affairs and Tax Education Unit before taking up a job in the World Bank-sponsored program in West Africa, but was working with the Sierra Leone office as communication specialist for a period not exceeding 6 months. In 2011, he was appointed by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, as Sierra Leone's press attaché to the People's Republic of China. John Bemba Sise is a member of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. He is a regular columnist that has not only limited his writing habits to activities dealing with his embassy, but has also been looking at national issues. He lives in China. Mr. Boydalo Jamboria is now a development consultant. He's our next panelist, who had been a teacher. He had been a trade unionist before. By training, he is a geographer and human resource management specialist. He is also IT trained with their certificates in different aspects of the discipline. He lives in Norway. And Mr. Christopher D.S. Coker was born in 1958. He is the 9th child of Paramount Chief R.B.S. Coker. Mr. Coker attended Christ the King College and the Bow School, but graduated from Jimmy Government Secondary School in 1976. He traveled to the United States of America soon after his years at Furby College. He has now found a career in the hospitality business and lives in the United States of America. And I am Madi Savage, moderating. To start this discussion, Mr. Sharif, do you think the drive for land reform is a necessary project in Sierra Leone? And is it possible to have land reform in Sierra Leone?
Thank you very much. I think this is a very, very timely discussion, and maybe just to throw some information into the basket. Last year in 2012 was the very first year that a national conference was organized here in Sierra Leone with regards to women's rights to land in Sierra Leone. So that presupposes that it's a very important process. And it's a very big challenge, and it needs to be dealt with. Yes, I'm of the view that this is a very timely process. The issue of land acquisition and the way land is being distributed needs to be discussed in a structured manner. But yes, I also think that land reform is very necessary now. Necessary for several reasons. We know that if you follow the reasons why we had very devastating war for about 10 or 11 years, was that some land disputes became entrenched factors into why community people were targeting other community people. And if we are to move forward as a nation, I think it's really very important. But it's also very important because of the very big interest that multinational companies have now developed in Sierra Leone. We have now seen an inundation of a lot of companies coming to either grow and manufacture ethanol or doing mining. And for most of this, it's the same lands that communities use for arable farming, that they use for other subsistence farming or for other livelihoods. These are the same lands that are under competition. But I think it's very important that we have reforms that will make land very useful, very productive, very meaningful, and will be able to be rewarding to the people of Sierra Leone.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sheriff. Mr. Sisay, do you want to add anything to what Mr. Sheriff has said regarding the need for land reformation?
Well, yes. Thank you again. Let me in the first place again thank you for giving me the opportunity. And we cannot overemphasize the very fact that this very discussion is timely, taking into practical account happenings in Sierra Leone, well, from the viewpoint of development, and again, from the viewpoint of the challenges we're going through as, can I say, post-war nation, though years back we ended the war. But the points being made by Mr. Sheriff are well articulated and they're in place because when we take a look at the relevance of land itself, and when we take a look at the effect or the causes of the decade-long civil war we went through, we all will come to realize that to an extent, land might have been one of the major factors, because when you take a look at the relevance of land, it all has to do with even nationhood. If we talk about agricultural activities, these are all key things that may come into play. So talking about land reform is very crucial, especially when you debate it from the perspective of happenings in our provision farms as compared to what is happening in the Western area, which has to do with the land tenure system. And these are all critical things, and the debate is timely, and we cannot overstate again the need for land reforms and see how we move the process further. But again, let me use this point to also ask that we look at the aspect of investment, because Mr. Sheriff was talking about investors coming in and you have these big companies competing, or can I say people competing with them in terms of them being able to do their agricultural activities as compared to multilateral companies. These are two issues that they often want to come into play, because you look at the investment aspects, the potentials we stand to get from them, and also you look at the agricultural aspect of it, how we stand to gain a lot from it. So whilst we debate the need for land reform, whilst we debate the issue of women, in terms of all minority groups generally, from the perspective of them being able to acquire land, we also need to take into critical look some of the investment potentials and how they stand to benefit a whole lot of Sierra Leoneans. So indeed, reforms are in place, but we have other factors we need to take a look into if we have to move the debate further.
Yes, it is important that we look at this issue holistically from every point, so that we come up with the right solution, so that we take up the right project when trying to solve the challenges, the present challenges that face us as a nation. It's very important. Now, at least we just need to bring in the other panelists. Mr. Cocker.
Yes.
Just wondering, do you have anything to